All right, so what I'm going to show you today is a very quick, simple thing that I want you to play around with today. We'll see who can pull it off. I do want to try to make this a short video though, so that it'll post quicker instead of like 4 hours as they've been taking. Okay, so what we're going to do is, first of all, I made an entirely black background, as you can see here. And all I did to do that was I just colored it in black. Now my layer is black. Now I don't want you to work on that black layer, so make a new layer, just like you normally would. And what you see here is now we just have our black layer and a blank layer. So we are going to need a paper and pencil or even a Google Doc open to kind of keep some notes here. A few things we'll want to write down that'll help us later. So as we're working, all we're going to do is we're going to copy the same style that the street artist I showed you, and if you watched the video already, it's how he works, and he does work digitally. And if you have something with a touch screen, it does give a nice feel to it. It's the same way he works. He just works with program similar to what we're using here in Pixlr. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to just make my base. This is going to be the glow. Okay, so this is not the actual tube. This is the glow. So again, if I were to do just something simple, okay, then all he's going to do is come in. Now, again, he does a little more than this. You're going to practice. You're not going to just do it. But he selects a color that you would find in the neons. So again, we want like a real nice, bright neon color. And what we're going to do with that is we are actually going to take the transparency down. Okay, now right here is where I'm going to write down a number. So I want to know I have the 22 px, the 22 pixel size on right here. Okay, I need to know that, and I also need to know what transparency I'm working with. So again, that's at 36%, and that might change. That's not necessarily what we want. So the base is that. Now to go for the neon, we actually want it to like go over top of it. Can't find a happy medium here. All right, so let's try 42. And your transparency on the white should have been 100%. And what I'm trying to do is go right along with it. And if you make, if it like has smudges and airs, that should be okay. In fact, if you hit it, see how I'm going back over it, it'll actually probably make it look a little better. And again, this isn't something that I really work in. It's kind of something I saw and I thought I would like to work in it. And as you can see, my second coat also kind of darkened areas, and that's okay. You can already start seeing how it has sort of an illusion to it, where it's starting to already look a little bit glow-like. All right, so again, make sure we have these numbers. We have our 42, we have our 36, okay? And then what we're gonna do is and you can make a new layer for this, so you don't mess it up, or you could just undo if you do. We're gonna go back to 100%. We're gonna go back to my 22. And again, you can use different numbers, just make sure they match. Also, you'll notice I'm at a softness of 20%. You can totally change that too. All right, again, down here, see where it says FF33333, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna also copy that down, because when I go to do or if I made a new layer already, or I go to copy a layer or move something or do my white, it is going to, disappear. Okay, so now I'm back at 22, 100%, solid white, and I'm going to do my next line. Now, again, I think this is something we're going to have to play around with. I'm not, this isn't my actual medium of choice, but I don't know. I think there's potential here. Like, do I think I could do that? Yeah. So maybe that's something I can work on over this break. All right. So here's my base color. Oh, no, we don't want that. So this is the eyedropper tool. So I'm actually going in and saying, hey, what color was that? And it's going to click what color it thinks it is. because it won't let me type in my number, but whatever. All right, so we're going to go back to 42. And for this, oops, I'm on softness here. We're going to go back to 42. Now, on this one, I still want it to be brighter. So you can actually try, before you go over like with 42, maybe try bumping it a little bit. We'll just see how it looks. So we're going to increase our size to 42. And I'm actually going to go a little bit brighter there too. Okay. I'm going to try another streak. Now again, I could totally bomb. It's okay. I just want something to try. And like I said, I thought I'd throw this on there and then let you guys try it. So I'm not really seeing it as the reflection of the tube so much as I'm seeing it as just another tube. So let's try and bring our transparency up. And I'm going to undo that. Let's bring our size down a little bit. And again, we would be doing this the same way if we were spray painting it. And the spray paint would actually work a little better because it gives us that mist. That's why his work looks nice, because it gives it like a fade. Now, I'm not a huge fan of that, but I do see, actually, I feel like my neon almost looks like this is the tube where the light is coming from, and this is my reflection. Let's I feel like that looks better. So in general, though, I'll go ahead and stop the video. I don't want to take up too much more time here. But I want you to play around with this today. I want you to see if you can make your own neon. It actually doesn't look too bad from that distance at all. I could see that being neon. So again, the first thing I would do is maybe look at neon signs and then attempt to make something in neon. I kind of like, in my mind, I thought of like really, I don't know, just ironic words like being done, or something humorous, especially right now. So, you know, it could be something about being stuck inside, or like, what if it was like a blue glowing light that said bored with like, you know, a beautiful rose, you know, things like that. So come up with an idea, make something creative, play around with this. Don't just do it. Just play around with it. Again, you know, it gives me time, something to play around with. Again, we're just on a black background. We are using the drawing tool here. We can use layering, and we are using the, let's click back here. We are using the brush. We're using, and you can change the brush type too if you want to find one that's, or change the softness would probably be good, so it looks more like a spray. You can play around with that. Size, like I said, you're going to need to write down some numbers so your sizes match or are close to it. You're going to need to mess with the transparency, the color, and again, try to, I mean, this top one, I really like this top one versus the bottom. I'm not a fan of the bottom one at all, but give it a try. And then I want you to save yours as a JPEG and let me see your try. You can turn it in at the end of the day if you want to play around with this all day. Have a good day.